Welcome to the inaugural episode of our
pilot
gaming
episode.
Podcast.
It's a pilot.
It's to be totally different. We're gonna have characters that aren't gonna be here in the final version. Plot lines that are totally off the wall.
Well, a lot of us will be dumber over a period of time. Isn't that the way it always works? Characters get dumber over time.
Yeah.
I feel like I just saw you guys here last night.
We're here to talk exclusively about gaming.
This
podcast.
Is
our gaming podcast.
Well, one of the complaints we always got about the podcast, but we didn't talk enough about gaming. And so, as weird as it sounds, we thought it'd be best to have a dedicated gaming podcast. When we first started talking about it, I go, well, here's a weird idea.
Yeah.
What if we had a gaming podcast?
So we do a gaming podcast, get into like the real big details of That's sort of a...
You also did this when you said real big.
Yeah,
real big. It's real big, like his dick.
You know. Oh, look, we've already gotten off
Come on,
topic.
no dick jokes. Wrong podcast.
All right, well, tell us why we did chose today.
So we chose today because we knew that Xbox was going to have their press conference unveiling the Xbox One. And so,
Well, we didn't know what it was going to be called.
Right. The reveal of the next generation
Good
of the
input,
Xbox.
Jack.
So we thought...
When I was in England, I was a pretty serious gamer. I had 2 Xboxes and 2 TVs, so my friends could come around and we could do System Link and stuff. If you're working with a voice-activated thing now that has to be on, like a Kinect, how do you stop it from controlling 2 Xboxes at once, do you think?
Like if you had two connects, or like even...
Or just 2 setups.
Like, say, for example, we have the Achievement Hunter office. There's five computers.
That's a
and
real
Xboxes.
extreme, though. But a lot of people do have 2 Xboxes in the same room.
So, like, if
Every
someone
time
says...
Jack tries to make an example, everyone goes, yeah, I don't count.
It's like if you say, like, Xbox off, and then, like, everyone's Xbox turns off.
Am I going to be able to screw with everyone in the office by just walking in and saying Xbox off?
You'd have to start locking the door in the Achievement Hunter office because people would be walking in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what are you talking about? He does that to Michael all the time.
Yeah, during Skyrim.
I did that with I would be like, fire breath, quick save.
Yeah, he would
and he would burn the entire town and then it would save his game.
And he would go screaming around.
Although most of the time it didn't understand my dumb accent, so it's okay.
Hey, Chris, I'm Brandon.
Man.
So you were in the announcement video.
No, I was asking Brandon to cue that up here.
They closed on Barbara.
Yeah,
she was the last
pretty
person.
crazy. Yeah, so
awesome.
Barbara and I, we actually got, we did a film thing.
Did you know that was what it was for when you were doing it?
Kind of. I they didn't tell us specifically what it was for, but like we got a little pieces of the script and we kind of figured out like, okay, this is obviously some sort of launch something.
Yeah.
And
like you and Barbara, you and Barbara missed like half a day at a convention. You all showed up. I was like, where the fuck have you guys been? You're like, I think we just did something really cool and important.
So where did they take you to do that?
There we go. There's Barbara and I. So all my
Jack, it looks miserable.
All my dialogue got cut. Obviously.
They wanted the hot blonde instead of the big bearded guy.
But so it's kind of cool. So like during PAX, they pulled Barbara and I, and like we got the email and it was kind of like I thought it was just sort of a general like PAX interview where it's like, hey, we're gonna pull you for a few seconds to go talk about your experiences or whatever. And then it turned out I was like, okay, you're gonna get hair and makeup. I was like, what? Like it got a lot more extreme.
So that was you after hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, it looked like your beard was a little more fluffed out.
Yeah. They actually, the woman actually like worked on my beard and cleaned it up, make it look nice.
Can you imagine if you're the hair person and Jack walks in, you're like, fuck.
You're like, how do you clean up a bird's nest?
Yeah. But then
straighten some twigs here.
Dude, the hair person walks in. She takes one look at Jack and goes, I was 2 days to retirement.
Too old for this
Throws
shit.
her combs.
But I knew it was serious when they're like, oh, the director's going to come down and talk to you. And this guy comes out named Doug Prey, and he's the director of this thing. And Doug Prey is a documentary filmmaker that I've seen a bunch of his movies. Like he did a movie called Big Rig. He did a movie called Scratch. And they were like really cool documentaries. Like, oh my God, I've seen your stuff at South by. And so we ended up talking about that. But super nice guy. And
Barb, what was your experience like with that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear the beginning of Jack's story, but that was essentially what it is. They're like, yeah, we're going to interview you for this thing with Xbox. Me and Jack just assumed they'd pull us aside in the convention center and be like, so, Xbox, cool, right? But this was like a whole production, and they had a whole crew there, and it was a much bigger deal than we thought it was going to be.
Well, I thought you did very well.
Thank you.
You said alive.
I said me, and I said alive. So,
yeah.
I mean, new
You're
resume thing? I think so, right? Yes,
Give us a performance right now.
alive.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara.
But yeah, there were a bunch of people in it. I think E was in there at some point. Laura Lollipop was in there.
I saw BS Angel.
Yeah, BS Angel's in there. Something Dragon, like who has like the #1 gamer score.
Yeah, Ray recognized him.
Yeah, Ray was a huge fan. He was the guy on the escalator at PAX, so you could see.
What was the guy forever that like went down in controversy?
Strip Club DJ?
Yeah,
Strip Club DJ.
The cheater.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with him?
The cheater. He got his gamer score stripped, and I think he ended up getting banned.
What a bitch.
That's a far fall, my friend.
J.J. Abrams was in there.
J.J. Abrams? What is his gamer score? What's he got, 2?
Oh, here you go. Here's the intro video.
Yeah,
But yeah, so
it was definitely a lot of people that I guess are big in the industry.
Yeah,